Hello again out there. We are currently on part number 80, and today, as you can see, we're going to be building more farms. We need a lot of them, and we need to start getting more and more prep work done between, because I am on a break from building the village for right now, on a break from building the sphere, and that means I have nothing else to do for the moment because we're still just doing 1.19 prep, so let's just keep doing more prep, honestly. Last time we went ahead and expanded the wheat field out just the slightest little bit. It's nothing too major, but it is something to note. It is pretty useful. Our shoulder farm is still working good. And as you can see, we've got that little extra strip in the back there that was planted just to kind of help curve out this coastline a little bit more and did some more lighting. Got our fences in place, and downstairs at my actual house, we went ahead and kind of redid some stuff. Mainly now we actually have a couple of different farms now running, so that should be pretty useful. Let's go ahead and double check our frames. We are at 60 FPS down here, funny enough. Oh, and then as soon as I look upwards, we like lose every frame. It's kind of weird that that does that, and you can see it up here in the top left up here. But I look up, we lose all of our frames. I look straight, frames are back, so it's only a little cursed. But we do have quite the surplus of everything, honestly. But we're farming a bunch of honey and honeycomb, whatever we can get. Okay, see, that's why I wanted to get a little different. Brad, no, hang on. Sorry, I'm being a little bad here at the video game. There we go. Okay, it's a little better. There we go. Nice little bit of honeycomb. And I think at some point we're going to have to expand this out. It should be fine for right now, but it's really more about the honey bottles that are kind of weird. Yeah, they are actually consistently producing, so that's good. We'll be able to start using honey here relatively soon in some builds and in some redstone stuff in the future. That should be pretty useful to have. I just can't use it all the time, but you know, we are actually getting it started here. And also we have more stuff that needs to go away. We can dedicate a couple more slots to honey bottles and these sorters, so let's just go ahead and do that, and then we can go ahead and get started with our material gathering. But today, we're going to be building a moss farm and a sugarcane farm. No, actually, I lied. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I don't want to build the sugarcane farm yet, because we'll just rework the manual farm that I already have into a one with a flying machine. So we actually are going to be building a slime farm today. I am aware I can use honey bottles for like the sticky blocks instead of like slime, but you know, when you use slime balls anyway, blocks, so because we're gonna want them for other stuff regardless, for more like redstone stuff in the future. So we build the moss farm today first, and then later on, you know, we will actually build the slime farm hopefully, which is going to be a little tricky because normally I do use chunk base to find a slime chunk, but again, as I've said, this time around we're not using base, so we're just going to kind of have to wing it and just hope for the best, to be completely honest. I can go dig out some stuff that I was planning on digging out anyways, and hopefully we stumble across a slime chunk. Considering how many chunks this island is on, we should have a fairly good shot at having that happen. But otherwise, what we need to do right now is go ahead and get a hold of our materials. The farm we're going to be building today is just a simple moss farm by a YouTuber named Dusty Dude. Very cool. It's nothing too crazy. It's just some basic blocks, a little bit of redstone, like The hardest thing is like sticky pistons, but come on, they're just sticky pistons. But we should pretty much have all the materials on hand. It's just a matter of putting everything together. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we'll go ahead and take an empty box. We'll go ahead and grab a couple of things. We need a redstone box. We need the one with that glass that I have somewhere. Here it is. There's one with obsidian, but I think it's in my inventory. And we'll just kind of cobble together what we need a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and just start putting shit together. So glass, we'll put in 2 stacks. That is not glass. There we go. We need to grab our cobblestone box too, because we need something. Where? There it is. Got cobblestone. And that's really not on screen for too long. We need just some normal blocks. And then stone, because we're gonna have to use this for the actually get the thing jump started, and obviously we'll need water and lava as well, so we'll have to make sure we make a couple extra buckets. Let's see here, we want our regular stone. Here we go. We'll go ahead and just put a stack in there. And I got plenty. Here we go. Redstone dust, we want 40. That's cool. 12 chests and repeaters. So let's go ahead and grab these extra chests that I conveniently have had for a little while. Just to make sure. Any hoppers? Yes, so 9 hoppers, so we actually need 21 chests to ensure we can build all the hoppers. Here we go. And we'll go ahead and make sure we got some extra iron on me. We do. But let's go ahead and actually put the 12 chests we're gonna need away first, so I don't end up converting them into anything else by accident. We also need 10 repeaters as well, which is some torches. Go ahead and make 45 iron. There's our hoppers. Cool. And then we need our trap doors too, but mainly let's go ahead and make the repeaters first. Be plenty. How many do we need? 10. There we go. That is 10. We got our hoppers. We need 7 spruce trapdoors. Well, it doesn't have to be spruce, obviously, but 7 trapdoors in general. You get the picture. I'm also going to move these around just because we're in our base. Should I have a wood box? I just saw it. There it is. Alright, that is 7. Yep. And then 6 pistons, 5. Well, they say furnaces, but you can actually use just any unmovable block. So we will be using obsidian just for shits and giggles. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I have forgotten where I've put it. I think I put it in one of these spare ones. Yeah, okay, here we go. How much obsidian? 5. Cool. Sick. We need our pistons as well. We need 6 of them. There we go. And 5 sticky pistons. There we go. 3 water buckets, and then we're pretty much actually ready to go here, so we actually do pretty much have everything that was needed. We'll take an extra iron block here, because I need to make more buckets. Here we go. So 3 of these will be water that we, have to use permanently in there. Then I keep the other 3 buckets on there. And as for the lava bucket, we'll just, pick some up from the farm and all that. So go ahead and put in our water buckets here. There we go. And we need a dispenser in our lava bucket. So let's see here. Should really make some spare dispensers, I guess, huh? String. I always fucking forget if it sticks straight or every time, man. I don't know how I keep fucking this one up consistently. It just does not like fucking work with me for some reason. But it doesn't really matter, I guess. But still, it's a little fucking annoying to have to deal with so much. We also might relocate the mob drops to like another color shulker box. By the way, I've been thinking about that. At the same time, I don't consistently have enough of them, so dispenser. There we go. We got our dispenser that was needed. Now we need our lava bucket, lever, moss block, comparator, and torch. So we need our lava bucket, a lever, torch, and we need a comparator and a moss block. So let's go ahead and grab some spare nether quartz. I know for a fact we have some in here. Here it is. And one thing to note about this nether quartz, we're actually going to transfer it out to the oh, I have a whole box of quartz anyways, so we're gonna transfer it into one of the white shulker boxes that has all the quartz in it. Here it is. And we'll go ahead and make our comparator. Need some regular stone here. We need to put this down and just go ahead and get rid of some stuff. There we go. Oh, we do actually have everything perfect. Alright, we got our comparator. And last but not least, we kind of need a moss block, so we'll go ahead and grab one of those. Oh, and I never put my trapdoors in place, did I? No, I did not. They go next to the hoppers. Okay. We're gonna sort everything out like one block over, just to make sure everything's kind of aligned as it should be. I don't want to have like anything, like I should just be able to look pretty damn like easy and just be able to spot if something's missing or if something is like not. And it's not too hard. Lava, lever, moss, comparator. Yep, lava, lever. And we just need our moss and we'll be good to start building, so that's cool. That was really quick. Like I said, we've had all the materials for all this stuff for a long time by now, but the damn thing is it's just building the damn thing nowadays, you know? So we've had everything for a while. Let's just go ahead and get it built. We got our single moss block. We do have other moss blocks in case I somehow misplaced this one. We do have the ability to get a hold of some extra bone meal in case we needed to jumpstart the farm, but there is some kind of add-on we can add after this main section is built. This is just for the farm, but there is an add-on we can make to convert some of the like some of the surplus moss that we get into bone meal with composters, and then it feeds it back. Oh, excuse me. It'll feed it back into the machine and all that, so it'll be self-sustaining, and then that'll be pretty cool. But I guess let's just go ahead and get our area dug out, and we should be good to go. And there is also an update comment I'm gonna have to read on here because supposedly something isn't actually quite correct on like some parts, so I need to double check that as I'm building just to make sure everything's still correct. So we can worry about that a little later. Let's just go ahead and pack away all these extra boxes, and then we'll take that other one with me. And let's see here, redstone. not redstone, other stones. And we should be ready to start after I put away this weird amount of torches that I have still for whatever reason. There we go. Okay, now we can actually start. There we go. We'll grab this. And we're gonna head downstairs and just see what we can make. By the way, it is also day 788. I'd like to get to day 800 today. That would be pretty cool. We probably will just over enough time, but it'll be cool to see. We are starting to our little bit of surplus of honey and honeycomb. Nothing too major, but it is like, you know, helping. I'm not seeing any honey or anything that's even like a little bit filled up either, so that's another. I think it only is completely filled or just not filled at all. It's just weird, but either way, that's alright. Let's just go ahead and get an area dug out. So I'm pretty sure we need to, actually, yeah, not pretty sure, we're going to have to. I really not finding the extra. Alright, that's redstone, we don't want to touch that. Fuck it, whatever. Iron blocks, close enough. They're extremely disposable now, so I don't really care what we do with them. We're just doing this to make sure the clock is properly sectioned off because we're going to be digging out into this wall here, and you know, I'd like to not break this circuit by accident, so we're going to try and avoid that. That's the wrong thing, we just want to hide F3, there we go. Here is our redstone box. We have another spare in here, we'll put that minecart away later too, but mainly, we're just going to go ahead and slap these down. We have no redstone components that can really touch anything. None of the bees can escape. Nothing will get washed away if there just happens to be water. A lot of it should divert into these holes anyways because of how water flows in this game, so we should actually be okay regardless, but just to be absolutely safe because we do not want to take any like stupid chances. Something we could have avoided, you know? So we're just going to dig out kind of a fairly big, you know, area this way, and just kind of go for it. Okay, see, now that's rare. We actually apparently have not cleared out every mob. My left, we have a skeleton apparently. So that actually needs to be addressed first because again, I do pride myself on not having to deal with anything ever. So the fact that there is in fact a cave nearby is a little worrying. And we're gonna go take care of that first, just to double check that nothing can actually go wrong. Right, it's better to find out about this now and address it now than, you know, have it be later when all of a sudden, like, a creeper comes up out of nowhere and I just literally was not expecting it at all because this place has been safe for, like, months, but no, it wasn't, it turns out, so we're just going to fix that real quick. And it'll probably let us hollow out some stuff anyways, so. My left again. Here we are. Now where? Am I right? It might be down farther. Oh, that's why. Okay, it spawned in there actually. That's kind of weird. Okay, that's so I guess I ended up digging this out for ore a long time ago and it just spawned in here because this was pretty much the only dark place that this could spawn at. So we're just going to seal this off. Okay, that's still lit up. Okay, good. And it's sealed off, so now there's actually no issue, so that wasn't even really a cave, it was literally just a small dark patch by accident. That's kind of funny. Oh well. Anyways, we got our exit back here. We can go ahead and just seal this off completely. We don't actually need to do anything back here ever again. I just needed to check for that skeleton. Luckily that didn't end up being anything major, but regardless of that, we're just gonna, I don't fucking know this, go in here, whatever, it's fine. I don't even use that anyways. And we're just going to harvest out everything we can over over here just to give us a little bit more space. You want to start building this underground just so that way there's you know, less stuff out on the surface. Like those other farms that are out on the surface kind of have to be there, just because, you know, it's going to be a pain in the ass to spawn proof the iron golems if it's not done correctly. And then shulkers were just a pain in the ass in general, and I really do not want to have to remake an entire farm like that from scratch for right now. I think eventually we will move it underground, just so that way it's not an eyesore, and then, you know, same thing with the manual farm, we might move that underground, but I don't know, it'll kind of depend. You might consider it, but that would pretty much, because I don't want to take the farm down until, like, after, you know, we have them moved. Obviously, I'm not going to move them until, you know, we have the farm. So I might literally have to build, like, an entire second copy of the shulker farm. And then just, like, move everything in and then take down the old one. And then, you know, it'd be cool. Hey, welcome back, Game Pro. How you doing? Getting ready to build a moss farm for today, finally. I've talked about so much how I want moss, and I just have not done anything for it, and now we're going to get moss, so this should be a fairly reasonable area. I knew that was going to happen. I already accounted for that. Now we're getting moss. There we go. Go ahead and just get that, and I should have brought my... Actually, no, I did bring my sponges with me. I think I still left them in a shulker box. Could be over here. Why? It's in here. I lied. Okay. There we go. I just didn't want to go back upstairs to get them. Damn, I cannot alt-tab today, seriously. Imagine making a mob farm that close to your base, SMH. Or not close to your base, but to the actual structure of it. That's unfortunate. I got very lucky when I was building mine, and I never had, like, an issue like that, but it definitely is sketchy to be, like, collecting stuff, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's just, like, 18 creepers falling, like, all the time, and it's a little weird. But we'll just go ahead and hollow out some of this, I guess. I'm kind of dipping into a ravine here, so not expecting a whole lot. We won't do a whole bunch of water filling or nothing, we just needed a little bit. There we go. Oh, the usual cobblestone one. That's fair. I made the one of the more recent, like, scaffolding ones, because scaffolding is just really cheap, and then apparently this one actually was, like, ridiculously solid for what it was worth. Okay, something's not right. Where did I put... I had 32 sponges. Okay, it might have been over in here. Okay. I always want to make sure I keep track of all these because, you know, sponges are rare and they are a total pain in the ass to get a lot of, so every single one that I have is valuable. I only found one sponge room so far and then an ocean monument. I need to go find more one day. Maybe we can do that today. I don't know, but either way, I do know for a fact that this needs to be filled in, and we can expand this out a little bit more for some more space, and then we'll go ahead and get the moss farm up and running. Luckily, it doesn't seem like it's too hard to build. It was actually pretty, like, easy on materials and all that, so that's good. Always nice to see. That way I don't have to, like, scramble to get, like, a ton of random niche shit. It literally was all stuff I already had, so that's always nice. And it should be small enough, too. We should be able to fit it into this box pretty easy. I don't think I'll really have to shuffle a lot around. But yeah, we do have the, but I'll probably, there should be a way for me to turn down. Is it blocks? It might be blocks. Let's try that. It was blocks. Okay, so we're just going to, we're just turning off block noises for right now because that dispenser ticking is going to be running the whole time. Just, you know, because I want my bees to make honey. And we gotta harvest it, so it needs to be running all times, at least for right now. We can always disable it too, but, you know, that's stupid, so. This is so I actually can listen to stuff. Incredible. Let's see here. We'll just go ahead and dump away all this stuff for now. We have this much land to work with. That should be enough. If not, we can either make it taller or like fatter in the back if we absolutely need to. But realistically, I don't think this will be an issue. Could be. I don't know, but it shouldn't really be too bad if it is. So we'll find out here soon enough. But let's go ahead and put in our glowstone. Here we go. Got that. And we'll go ahead and start putting in our glowstone in some of these corners. There we go. And fuck it, we'll put this one here too. Why not? Alrighty, cool. So we can go ahead and get rid of these. We should have a nice bit of lighting. It is definitely a little dark in some of this like part here, but it's not dark enough for stuff to spawn, so I don't need to worry about it. We'll probably light it up just a little bit more just because later. Otherwise, we are actually ready to build here, so let's just kind of get some stuff sorted away in my inventory just to make sure we got enough space for everything. That can go. That can go. Get rid of that. That. And that should be pretty reasonable. And I actually don't really need the elytra right now or the spyglass. Alright. That should be a fair amount of space in my inventory to work with. So just go ahead and get this mouse farm started. Again, here is the link if you're interested in building this, but either way, it shouldn't be more than 20 or 30 minutes or so for the main farm. So alright, we want our pistons. Here, got pistons. We have 6 here, but you know, the 5th one or the 6th one is for something else. So we'll leave a bit of space in the back here. And we need our glass. And this doesn't break into here, but it does break into here. Again, we will probably have to push that out actually. You will kind of near the end. And we want to go ahead and put in our water sources. We want one here, one there. We'll go ahead and just fill these back up as well. There we go. And what next? And then we still want our glass. We want a block above here, block above here. We put a block above all of our pistons. Should have this silk touch one. Yeah, there we go. And we want our lava source in the dead center here. So go ahead and do that. We want it there. Should be converting just fine. Our sources are still safe. There we go. Cool. Okay, and we want to build this out 11 blocks. So with our natural stone. So we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. is going to be pretty long. We actually have quite a bit of work here to do still. Oh shit. That shouldn't be too long to fix up, I'm guessing. We can always go pop our sponges over. Actually, I need my hoe if I'm gonna use sponges here. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, let's see here. And we need our torches. Where did I put them? They're in here. Okay. So this is pretty much the hard limit before I really start like dipping into some shit I really shouldn't dip into. And we already mined all that extra stone, so it's okay to be a little like wasteful here and just decorating stuff, so that's fine. It's passable. There we go. That should drain. And then we have just a little bit more space to work with here. We have 26 sponges here. 32. Alright, good. So we did account for all of them. And anyways, we need to keep digging this out, so we're just going to go ahead and do exactly that. Luckily, most of it's actually dug out for me, but we'll just have a little bit. Making this, having haste with this honestly makes this a lot easier, so I'm happy we got that up and going. It's been a while since I've, put in the beacons, but still nice to have because it makes actually working underground a lot nicer and smoother. Don't have to really do as much anymore, But yeah, it's things like this is why it's gonna take like not just like 10 minutes or anything. It's gonna take even longer to do because I also have to like dig out some stuff here and there or do some other things. So not all just a straight shot to getting this done, but it's straight enough to not really be too big of an inconvenience. Anyways, we want 11 blocks of stone, I believe. Alright, I guess it is still 11, so go ahead and just make sure we got enough of this cleared away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we'll go ahead and mark that there. That is our last line of stuff. We don't want to do anything over that. We don't want to overextend there. Let me go ahead and fill this out. Here we go. That nice line hollowed out there. Alright, now one other thing we can do here is we'll just use granite because it stands out very aggressively. We got our moss block here. We want to go 1, 2, 3, and then we want 1, 2, 3. And one other thing to note, something does not seem to be right with how I counted compared to how he counted. I was using this stone as like number 1, but it might be farther in the back actually, so he leaves like 1 block of space. here, so actually our end part should be here. That's the case. So we'll go ahead and just get rid of this whole section right here. And now we're actually back to being on pace with the tutorial, so go ahead and make. And then in our center bit here, we want our moss block to be one off the ground apparently. There we go. And then we want to get rid of these. Yeah, but it's a good thing I did at least leave a little bit in the back. We will have to expand out more by the sounds of it, but you have a little bit here. We need our redstone, and we want to do this. Get our dust. All right, now we need to do some more digging. So we want 1, 2, 3. Also, we're going to block some stuff off again. And one more thing, we will be removing this top layer here a little later, but I need it there for now just to not, turn it into obsidian. Could be fine. And it looks like we actually do have quite a lot of stuff to do in terms of digging, so we'll go ahead and try and get some of this dug out again. And we need more sponges for right now. Let's see here. There we go. Still have our hoe, good. And we'll just go ahead and kind of wall off a nice chunk of this so it's easier to get rid of all the water. We don't need it absolutely everywhere, but in a lot of spots, just not everywhere. There we go. Ooh. Alrighty. Oh, we're outside of beacon range now, interesting. We're just outside of it. Alright, there we go. That should be that little bit extra space that we really need. we'll go ahead and put some of this away, and we'll continue building here. So we need to refinish our line here. Do that. Got our total 5, then we want to come out, 1, 2, 3. And we want our extra cobble just to line stuff on the floor. And we want to hook, have 3 and then the hook here. And apparently our on and off switch is going here, so we might actually dig out even more this way. Alright, and now we want our timer stuff to get ready to be put in place, so and one other thing too, we're going to also take back our Fortune 3 pick just so I can mine some cobblestone while I'm out like doing stuff. So see here we our sticky piston to should go right here. There we go. Want it like that. And then we things there. This is floating for whatever reason that's on the ground. Okay, we basically just want to loop it all into the basically just want to loop all of it into the piston here. I guess is pretty much what it's setting up for. One other thing, we'll go ahead and take this glowstone. We'll just move it there, and we'll push this back just a little bit. So a little bit more space to work with. There we go. There we go. And fill that back in. Now we got even more space to work with. Should probably be enough. Oh, give me a second here. Oh, hey Mary, what's up? I'm building a moss farm, by the way, so that's funny. It's made out of moss. Well, partial moss, but you know. But now we have some funny business that needs to happen. I can alt tab correctly. There we go. What about it specifically? Like, because all I did was just work on a couple of farms and whatnot. Like, nothing too spectacular. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Imagine. Yeah, because I had to go like use the bathroom real quick during that, so that's why I had to go for like a couple of minutes. But you know, it's no big deal. Imagine being French in a different time zone and falling asleep. Like, come on. And we want this one to be at 3. Exactly. I just had to go for a little bit. It's no big deal. Alright, so all of these need to be 4 ticks except for this one here, which is actually 3 ticks, and then it changes into one here. Okay, and we want our on and off switch to All right, we want our on and off switch on this one here. So we got our sticky piston, so actually no, we don't. And we need our cobble ready. Just to go ahead and line the floor. There we go. Sticky piston goes there. And we put that on top. And then going with this, we want to kind of chain it. There we go. Alright, we need a redstone dust here. And then we want our lever in place, so let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. Oh, supposedly it should just kind of go like here. No, that was the wrong spot. That's where our sticky piston is. We want it to go here. It has to be like that as to not interfere with the redstone, so we'll just take a little bit out. So if this works correctly, what should I see? It pretty much should activate a clock. Yep, it does work. Okay. Oh, and you might notice too, there's no sound for some things because we have to have block sounds off for right now. Unless you'd like to hear dispensers 24/7 while I'm working on this. So it will be back eventually, but I need to actually get this done first because it's going to be fairly loud. Now, apparently what we want to do is I got cobblestone. Alright, so from this point here, we want to bring it up to our moss block by like staircasing it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and just get this in place. Take too long. And then we want to bring this over. And then we want it to line up here. Now we can actually go ahead and get rid of some of this lava stuff here. There we go. And we're about halfway done by the looks of it for the main part. We will be adding some other stuff later, but it should be okay. Oh, actually, no, this isn't quite it. I jumped the gun a little bit too hard there. Mainly, we want sticky piston there. We get rid of this. And we want a block there and a block there. And there is one thing to note here. We will not be following this completely accurately because I need to get rid of one of the sticky pistons apparently. Because I guess it overproduces bone meal or some shit. So we'll kind of build the farm kind of as intended for right now. And then we just need to readjust it a little bit. Just so that way, you know, nothing's too fucked up. Okay, so that is still just the same. All right, cool. We want this. We put a block there and we get our redstone dust. So we need to put redstone dust everywhere except for the middle part. which we need a repeater for on here. What's up with that? Now, one other thing, I'm actually going to take a look back at that picture. Oh, okay, that's all that is then. So this part here that we built can actually go. It turns out this was kind of overkill and it fucks up everything a little bit too hard. So this can go for here, and then we can keep building the rest of the farm normally until I see something goes. There we go. Now we want to start work on glass and shit. Again, this up. And we want our dispenser to be in place, so we need to go grab that. And we want it to face into the moss block from there. This is what we're going to be using for our bone meal and all that. And you might notice it's not connected to anything, but the moss spreads like in a weird ass way. So this will actually like bone meal all of this stuff, you know, as intended. So as goofy as it may fucking look, it is correct. We're just doing that as well. And we want, hopefully we have, I think I do have just enough height on this. Anything. Give me a second here. We want a regular piston. Our last one actually is convenient. Oh, I got the order of those wrong. So a solid block above the dispenser, and then the piston is above our moss block here. And then we want to kind of drag these along like so. Only by one. Oh, we actually didn't need to back that. And then it's like we do a block there. Now that does mean we will have to have redstone stuff on the top there. So we're going to cover this part with glass just to make sure our lava doesn't get like liquefied or good. That. And we want to start putting in some stuff. So we want redstone dust there. On our glass here. Yep, and we do actually need to dig upwards a little bit, so we want a repeater with 4 ticks going up above the piston. So this might get a little sketchy with some of the water. I don't think it'll be an issue though. Alright, seems like we're fine. Alright, there we go. We're good, alright. We'll go ahead and just put our last torch in there like that. We want repeater on 4 ticks up here. And then we disconnect our dust. Oh, and then actually we don't even want dust here, we just want it. Oh yeah, duh. And we want more dust to reconnect to the timer, which means we just drag it like that. Actually, no, that was the wrong way, apparently. Oh yeah, duh, because this is all temporary stuff here, just for my sake. We're almost done here. And I guess we want to go ahead and get work on our water dispenser. So let's go ahead and get that. We want water buckets, trapdoors. We got temporary blocks here. And where do we want to build this? Hang on. So I need to make sure I get the perspective correct. So we're facing this way. So if we're facing this way, we should be building this on the right-hand side this way here. This is where we want our water. And we want this to be 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Go ahead and just hollow out just a small little chunk here. Here we got enough room, we pretty much do. But a little more couldn't really hurt. There we go. So we don't actually want to, be like directly next to it. And we want our glass over here, like so. And we want trap doors. There they are. There we go. And then we want to surround this with glass. Or just do something like that just to make things a little bit easier. I do have some spare glass as well, so. And we just want to go ahead and get our main water. So that spread. There we go. And there we go. And we have to use solid blocks on the top of the, so try to do something like this. And we want our redstone dust on top of all of these. And we're also going to get rid of some of this corning here just to be safe. So there we go. Should be enough room. Get rid of a little bit more because. And we are on the home stretch. I'm in the last 3 minutes of the video here personally, and honestly, there's not really too much left to do. So. We want to go out middle. Also, we are out of range of the beacon, by the way. And what we want to do is a little something like this. And that's where our redstone torch comes into play, supposedly. So let's go ahead and just it is. You can see we're actually pretty much almost out of all the materials because, now it should be powered. So we want to grab. Yeah. we should be using our last repeater here. And a repeater there. And we want our redstone. And then we need our comparator for the actual like pulse circuit. There we go. See, we're just down to our hoppers and chest, and I have some spare glass if needed, but otherwise we are pretty much set here. And now we're gonna work on our collection area, which, you know, water comes out, flushes everything down through here really quickly. We'll go ahead and get and we'll do that. Cool. Oh, and actually, not quite. That needs to go, but this stuff here can actually go in a place like that. Because this is where our collection area is going to happen. And we want our last water source to be put in place, so it goes there. It'll flush everything down. Perfect. There we go. Very good. I guess we'll take this back for now for whatever fucking reason. I know I didn't say that a little bit earlier, but we're just gonna do a little bit of digging to get some space, I guess, just to do some shit. So give me a minute. All right, there we go. We want 3, 3, and we just want a little 3x3 of space. There we go. And all this is for storage, by the way. We'll just pop on here. We got our hoppers and our chest. And how do these need to be it should be something like this. Oh, I'll talk about that in a little bit. I got stuff I need to do here. And apparently we might need to make an even bigger one because it's supposed to be like that fucking good, so that's only a little threatening. We are in the end. Well, and I have shulker boxes too, and I can always just, you know, turn off the farm whenever I have way too much. Like more than I'd realistically could use. Okay, we want one of these to be neutral. We want the obsidian to be neutral. And then these two. Water is still contained. And this is where we would go to get what we needed. So let's just go ahead and follow out just a little bit more. And so that way we have access to this little back part here if ever you probably won't. Here we go. And now our water can actually go into place, so we just have to do this. And that's still good. Alrighty. I'm just gonna hop that out a little bit more. There we go. It's a nice extra space. And we'll grab some tools in here. I'm getting a call from an 800 number. Cool. Cool. And it looks like this is it pretty much. So supposedly that is literally just it. Like that's the farm that we've just built. So that's pretty neat. You got it done pretty damn quick, I'd have to say. There is an extra video as well that has a kind of a bone meal like refueling area, for the lack of a better term. So I need to double check that one as well, and I will go ahead and link that. But oh, started up with what? I have no bone meal in the dispenser. Well, yeah, but we will run it for a little bit though. All shit posts aside, we will just run it just for a smidge. But I say I have no. We'll just do 9. It's 9 bones, not 9 bone meal. That was a goof on my part. But now we do have plenty of bone meal to start this with, so we'll go ahead and pop in the dispenser. We'll have the sound on just for a little bit, just so we can hear how fucking awful this could be. And we're actually going to tone it down with the bee farm for right now, because everything else should be intact. So we've actually gotten a nice little extra bit of everything. That's good. We are still actually, we were still producing honeycomb and honey bottles while we were doing this. That's good to see. We're going to have that loaded in, and it should literally be just as simple as flick of the lever. Oh, it flushes. Okay, so that is another thing too. We're going to have to make the wall a little bit bigger, as they do seem to be gliding. I got that little bit of spare. We should be out of bone meal here in a moment. And we'll just make this all even, because why not? And we're out of bone meal. Cool. Alrighty. Go ahead and shut it off. But yeah, it is a moss farm. It does actually do moss, so that's cool. One other thing is it will almost certainly get backed up, so we're just going to do it. We also need to dig this out just a little bit. We will actually put one last thing. We have scaffolding that's going to go here. But let's go ahead and take a look. We have already gotten quite a nice chunk of moss and moss related things. We get our wheat seeds as well. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, we already have a nice healthy surplus of moss. So that's pretty neat. That's cool. We do actually have it, and it is functional, so that's good. And I need to go get my scaffolding, but first things first though, I do need to find that video. Give me where is it? Here it is. Okay. Now again, same idea here. We're just going to go ahead and link this again by the same guy, Dusty Dude. So if you are interested in building this, this is an additional kind of add-on you can use to make the moss farm self-sustaining. So it's a little bit extra, but it does help. Okay, so what the hell? What do we do here? We're gonna need a lot more hoppers, and we need to actually check for a serial list, I guess. Alright, yeah, this is definitely fucking stupid, but it is what it is, so we kind of don't have a materials list for this one, so we're gonna have to vaguely wing it. I'm just gonna have to hope for the best, to be perfectly honest. So we're gonna go ahead and grab some spare redstone. Some of these other chests that I have, because we need a metric fuck ton of hoppers apparently. We do have a little bit of extra wood, will almost certainly not be enough. So we do need to grab a little bit of extra in here. Let's see here, what do we got? There we go, that's where our scaffolding is. One of these has a nice extra bit of wood. And might be this one. Might be a different one, don't know. These are a little bit of a pain. Might be this one too. Alright, let's take all these for now. And our redstone box, I think we still have it in here. Yep, okay, cool. So basically, there's nothing too remarkable with this. It's just funnel some of the drops into composters instead of, you know, chests. And then that's pretty much it. So nothing too crazy. We need to apparently make like 4 of them. So what's going to happen is we're going to get rid of these parts here. So what the hell should I try and do here? I gotta also think, because I'm kind of like hobbling some of this together myself as well. We'll try doing something like this maybe. That is not correct. There we damn it. There we actually go. Cool. And this is where making a lot of stuff's gonna come into play. So let's go ahead and get that first of all, so now we can actually get in and out of here. And we got a lot of stuff to make. We got a lot of hoppers to make, and apparently we also need a dropper clock going up into some funny business. That's not cool. Need one of these. And let's go ahead and put down some stuff. Here we go. I should have my spare iron. Here we go. We'll just turn it all into ingots. That should be fine for right now. We can make more as needed. One other thing, this is where our composters are supposed to feed into, and then we just basically steal from the bottom when they're ready. So we're just going to go ahead and make some composters that is. I think 4 of them should be fine, so here we go. I will not have enough for 4, that's only for 3. And there we go. Cool, that's 4. So, and we're almost certainly going to have to troubleshoot this in the near future, by the way, so this is not even remotely close to done, or it won't be done straight away. It is important to make sure to get this right, or at least get it as close to right as I can, so I don't have to do a bunch of crazy shit. Try and fix this, so here we go, scaffolding's done. And then all we would do is have it pointing that way. 2 more hoppers. We need to make a couple of more. Do something like that. Whenever the bone meal is ready, it will just feed into this hopper system here. And then we can go ahead and point it into there. And this should be where our dropper clock is gonna go. Since it actually has to literally rise up to do all this. That's gonna be a little weird and sketchy, but should work fine. And for that, obviously for droppers, we need droppers to make a dropper clock. So let's go ahead and get some cobble. Droppers. We'll go ahead and just make 9 of them. And basically we just want to run this up. And then at some point we want it to feed back into there. Alright, so we want it to feed up to be this high. There we go. And then the hopper line it would go into. Actually, we can even get rid of that one, it's fine. But basically what this is we're going to have a hopper there that's pointing, and then we just want the hoppers to be over there. So we definitely do not have enough iron right now, so we need to just grab a little bit more. And we'll go ahead and make some more hoppers. That won't be enough either, but it's just to start with for the moment, so it's fine. How the fuck did I pull that one off? Okay. Only a little stupid, but sure. Whatever, I don't feel like making any more. Okay, so that's pretty much the bulk of it, but if I were to put in like this piece of wood here in the strapper, for example, and then I go ahead and power it real quickly, it should dispense into the hopper system here and end up in the dispenser over here. So let's take a look. It did. Cool. So that does actually work. So now pretty much the main thing we have to do here is get the clock running. So we need to make another comparator. Oh my god, come on. Okay. Oh shit, we have to head back upstairs to be able to go make another comparator because I need my cords. Alright, so let's just get the dust in place, I guess, and then we'll go from there. Let's see here what we want to do. So we want that pointing to there. And this part that I'm working on isn't particularly too well explained, so I'm like half looking at a guide, half not really being able to look at a guide. And I'm just trying to piece together what I can. It is definitely a little unfortunate, a little sketchy, but I should be able to kind of bootleg it up well enough to not really be an issue. I'm gonna do a little something like that. That would work. Go. Fun fact about using redstone on transparent blocks, it only goes upwards, but it does not go downward for whatever fucking reason. That's neat. And this will put back up to there. And we just want a standard comparator clock, I guess. So, and then we need to hook it up to the main power supply that we have. So comparator should go there, like right here. So this is where that should go. There we go. And all we need is to actually get a hold of our comparator, but we also are going to have to run this line all the way back to the on and off lever. So we have a couple of repeaters to make sure we have the signal that's extended long enough. We need to go up here and go get nether quartz. That way we can go get another comparator 3. And then technically I think that should work. I really am not 100% certain if this is gonna work or not. It should be okay, but this is something I've kind of had to like kind of piecemeal together just a little bit, so not too much redstone, it's nothing too complicated, but it is a little bit extra thought that I have to put into this, unfortunately. So didn't take too long. Let's just go ahead and give it a shot real quick. We need our redstone torches. We have enough stone. Comparator. There we go. This will power the clock function. You need to go ahead and put it there, put it on subtract. And all we need to do is basically dig a maintenance tunnel, more or less, that goes all the way out to the on and off switch. So this is going to take a decent bit of time here. And all this is just jank, so alright, and we need to actually write down some coordinates, take note of them. Mainly we need to make an intersection. We are facing towards positive x. We are at 4370 on the z coordinate. So let's go ahead and get to 4370, and then all we have to do is match it up. Okay, that's a little bit inconvenient now. Not cool either. Oh yeah, in case you couldn't tell, by the way, this is built through like an underwater ravine, so that's wacky. Anyways, it should be good. Again, we're aiming for 4370 on our Z coordinate, which should be here. And all we really need to do is bring this out, and then kind of staircase out a little bit here. Now, we've actually dug up a little bit too quickly, so let's just go ahead and keep digging out, because we need to make sure we clear the bee farm. We most certainly did not. And here we go. Okay, so now all we need to do here is kind of fill all this space in that we just completely fucked up. Here we go. That should be enough lighting. And we just want to go ahead and run some redstone down. We don't have the repeaters right now, so we need to actually go back up and get those. I got Peter guy reference. And we need to actually put in a little bit extra scaffolding, just so we have a nice kind of vaguely clean way in and out of these tunnels. We do a little something like that, should be okay. There we go. Now if I ever do need to get back down in here, which I will, I can just, you know, do it. That's useful to have. It should be directly under that bit of cobble. It is. And we need to go ahead and resort some stuff in my inventory. No holes there, we're all good. but some stuff needs to be put away a little bit proper. So, grab space. We need our repeaters. And all we need to do is just have it run down a fair bit, make sure it doesn't run out of signal strength, nothing's silly like that. Put one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Repeater, I know it goes up to 15, but 2, 3. We can actually we can redo this part so we can actually get more mileage. Instead of having these 3 repeaters, we can use 2. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13. That 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. Alright. So it should all connect up correctly, and we're going to test one other thing. If I go back upstairs and I go grab a redstone torch to power it over here just to test out the dropper circuit, what should happen is we should see these 5 chests go all the way up the whole dropper circuit here, and they should just kind of appear on the other side, and we'll monitor it too. So what should happen is you should go all the way up into here at some point. They get stuck somewhere. And this does make it all the way to the top. They might have already made it actually, so let's double check. They have, so that means this works. That was the main thing we needed to do, and it does in fact work, so that is great. And we need to test out a couple of other things just to double check that we should be all good to go. Namely, we're gonna recycle some of this stuff, and we might want to install an item filter too, to be honest. We might want to filter out some stuff, so the only things I really want, I actually kind of want all of it, but except for the seeds. The seeds for sure can go to hell, but we're going to try and just put some of these in the comparator. So let's go ahead and put some of these in the system here. We'll just kind of get up into here and throw away some of these. And you can hear him try to bone meal. We did get a piece of bone meal out of it. There we go. And for the most part, this should honestly be pretty much ready, but I don't have any other issues, except for one actually. So, fuck, can I actually, I might be able to add like an item filter. I don't know, but I definitely should try and add one because I don't want it to overproduce. But let's just, fuck it, let's just hang on, let's just go give it a shot. So let me sort away some garbage. This is empty, so I can take these back. That's just stone that can go in its own separate box. This is wood, redstone, stuff here. We have a little bit that needs to be put away. There we go. A dropper that can be put away into there. Some iron. We can put the chest away in there. And that should be pretty much everything organized. So we're going to pump this thing full of bone meal to start with. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor the output of all that shit and see if it actually does self-sustain. So basically this should be an entire full dispenser of bone meal, and it is. And what should happen is down here, we should be able to like literally watch stuff kind of come in. So we're going to go ahead and just activate the lever. We are going to be turning off black sounds just for this, because you better believe it's about to get loud. And also apparently laggy, so that's cool too to see, I guess. So one thing to note, we're gonna keep an eye. Also, it only ended up going through 2 composters anyway, so I think that's really more for like overflow. You can see it working, but yeah, it is only just going through the first two. Actually, no, we did get a little bit in the third one there. Are we seeing? We are seeing production of moss and whatnot. For the most part, however, it is just getting sucked up by the hoppers, which is kind of what I was a little worried about. So we might do a little bit of redistribution with the hoppers to have some more storage. In fact, we should be able to do that right now. Even while it's running, it should be okay. No, it's definitely a little... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Nope, that was a misinput. Oh, shit. It definitely just fucking shit out hoppers into the storage here. Oh, we need to take these back. We need to double check the inside. We're good. Alrighty. Luckily, no harm, no foul. And one other thing, we're gonna go ahead and re-grab our chest. There we go. I am just a little incompetent at this, but I've definitely seen worse, so I'm not too worried about it. Last little bit. Want that there. Want that there. Now we do actually have enough stuff. Alrighty. And are we still making enough bone meal? Not really. To be honest, I don't know if we're even making bone meal. What we're gonna do here is we'll just go ahead and shut off the front one. Maybe we are. There's one still, and that is 2. So we are still producing bone meal. It is definitely at a slow rate for right now, but it is still trying to feed it as much as possible. It's just a little bit slower is all. Oh wait, no, that definitely does need to, that's fine. What? Definitely is a little, like, fucking stupid, but it does work. We are consistently getting a nice stream of stuff. We are actually pumping out bone meal. Why did I reconnect that? Oh well, either way, we are getting bone meal. Which, you know, is obviously the main thing we're here for. So hey, it does work. That's cool. I can't really say too much more than that other than it does in fact work and it's not particularly shitty. It will take apparently some time for it to get properly like warmed up, for lack of a better term. So we won't actually just straight up be able to get like a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of surplus straight away. So it will take some time to stockpile the bone meal to refuel it. But as you can see though, it's not too big of a deal. So if we ever do need more bone meal to actually fuel this thing, which is a huge maybe, we can just go to the Wither Skeleton Farm and go get some more bone blocks. So we honestly don't have to worry too much. To be completely honest, I think I'm just gonna actually do away with the composter section here, but we are good. Also, imagine dying. That's quite unlucky. And we're gonna do one other thing. For now, we're just going to turn this hopper. There we go. So it should all be fuck it, we'll just move the whole thing. Alright, so the farm is like only like storing shit, so we won't actually be saving anything for the bone meal part. We don't need to rebone meal anything. And I'm still getting stuff in each chest, so that's good. Alright, no, we're good. I imagine losing 20 IQ. Oh yeah, dude, it's like I don't even play Osu, but I have seen enough like people because one of my other friends does play it a lot and he plays it religiously and he's like really fucking quick, but he'd probably get shit with too and with some other people because it's just that competitive, so it's not easy at all. Also, I want my bucket back. Oh well. We do in fact have a fully functional moss farm, so we'll go ahead and let it go do its thing for a little bit. For in the meantime, though, we will be packing up all of our shulker boxes here. And we should be good to go. So redstone box, box that I can leave, box that needs to be resorted. And we'll go ahead and turn that off in a little bit. We don't need to run it a lot, but... Oh, damn. I mean, how much did they miss if you're having that much of a hard time and you seriously, that does not sound good. And again, I don't play Osu, so I'm not going to know a whole lot, but I can only guess it's going to get intense. But the moss farm is done, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and just throw some shit away. That's empty. I can go 20 to 50 or 2 to 50 times. Yeah, so that is some very steep competition. If they're barely missing anything and you're just even missing like not even a lot, but enough to be in a bad spot. That shit's rough. Yeah, that's why I simply don't play video games anymore, because I'm playing Minecraft, but that's not important. There we go. That's all resorted. Alrighty, we can go ahead and just dump away some of this. Third one, last. Alrighty, we're done here. So we did in fact get a moss farm. I would like to get that sugarcane farm up and running. Well, actually, no, I keep saying that because I did want to do that, but we need to find our slime chunk. That's the actual thing we're here for now, is getting a hold of a slime chunk. So that is going to take some time, though. I'm still very dedicated to not using chunk base, like pretty much at all. Just for the flex, I didn't actually need to use it to get good. And that's pretty much it, so that might change at one point, who knows. Regardless of if it don't change or not, we still don't want to use chunk base, so I'm gonna have to figure some stuff out. Just to get it a little bit more light. But yeah, we did actually make a functioning moss farm. It's got support for, you know, renewing itself on bone meal, not that it'll ever need to. This makes more shit that I could even possibly hope to have, so it don't really matter, I suppose. And we can just put that in subtract mode just so that way that, you know, we don't have to disable any of the redstone and we don't get dispenser clicking all the damn time. But we have a huge fucking surplus of moss for now, so we're gonna go ahead and just shut the farm off and turn audio back on. And turn back. Yeah, this has been quite a nutty farm, to be honest. Let's see, how many azaleas and flowering azaleas do we have? Because I do want to use them to actually decorate stuff, so I kind of need. We got a little bit of flowering. I know they're like the rarest one, and we actually know we do have enough, so that's perfect. Yeah, we got moss carpet. You can make moss carpet out of moss block, so we can actually, you know, make more if needed. But this has been a huge success. So it is ugly as hell. I do not care. The whole point of it is to be in a spot where I will never ever see it. It will never see the light of day. F3 and G for hitboxes. And it conveniently lines up with the end here, so it actually won't even interfere, and I can still expand out the honey farm as needed in the near future. That was totally intentional. I am just simply better. Okay. Ship posting aside, we're gonna go ahead and just go look for a slime chunk in our base somewhere. I don't know where, but supposedly we have some. I'd like to see him. I really need to keep some scaffolding on me a lot more because I keep just putting it away somewhere else, but we're going to switch out this ladder with scaffolding, which is why I actually need it back, so I'm going to go ahead and grab our scaffolding box. I have put it away somewhere, there it is. And we're going to grab all the scaffolding we can hold, cool. And we'll go ahead and just start up here and just drop the ladder down. See your F3 and B. We actually still have our hitboxes. You better not have. Oh my god, if I fucking lost another mind. Again? Oh, come on. That is the second fucking time that's happened where I've been doing all this extra work, but some weirdo shit happened and now we don't actually have our minecart going through correctly. So now our rates have been severely fucking limited for no reason because, you know, now that minecart didn't go through properly. One of them must keep shooting it whenever I do like a flyby sometimes. I know I do fly a little bit too close, but one of them has to be shooting the minecart. I just had to dispense another one. We still have plenty, but I mean, come on. We could have had more. Not too big of a deal to be honest, but that still has not grown solely because we're literally not close enough to have it grow, so I think that's a little funny. And as for some of these floating buildings, including the iron farm, we might relocate all this stuff like completely one day just so we actually get a lot more clear view of the ocean. But for now it stays because we'll have to redo them completely and put them somewhere else or deeper into the ocean if we actually want to change shit up. So I'll have to stay as is until I feel ready to change it. Especially that one. That one's gonna suck. This one will suck, but for other reasons. So, anyways, let's just go ahead and get this ladder torn down. Go ahead and rebuild it with scaffolding. That's right, I did leave that up here. Alright, cool. We'll take that back. Okay, there we go. This is arc. Fuck off. It is here. Anyways, this is where our cactus farm is, and it has been producing very nicely, so that's cool to see. Always nice to never have to really worry about that, because cactus is a total pain in the ass to get a hold of. But we are actually still producing an amount. Cool. And we'll go ahead and start getting our scaffolding in place. That won't be all the way, but it'll be a nice chunk of it. There we go. Cool, so now we actually have scaffolding that goes all the way down instead of a ladder, so that's good to have. then we can actually, the main reason we really want this is, well, and actually it'll have to go down technically, but we want to build our slime farm actually down here. Now, as you can kind of guess, because we are, and a couple things about slime chunks, it'd be like below like Y level 40 for them to start spawning if you are in a slime chunk. It doesn't matter what the light level is, they will spawn. And we're gonna probably head down to about Y10 to you know, dig out a little bit of space, and we're gonna test them out. But because we haven't seen any of them down here and we are this low, I can kind of reasonably guess that we don't really have any in any of these particular chunks that we have here. So, you know, that's not cool. That means pretty much the only other like reasonable enough direction I can go is either this way, or I can go out this way a little bit more into this part here. Slimes. But we will have to kind of dig a little. Okay, we seem to have dug into another aquifer. That's cool. Go for the part where it's not. There we go. We'll just offset the scaffolding, by the way, as well, so just so that way I don't have to tear everything down again. We might change that later, I don't know. We're at Y level 19. There we go, that should be fair. Ooh, nice. Congrats on the next mending book. Now, once you get a hold of some villager stuff and you get that infrastructure going, the game really starts to pick up in terms of what you can actually do. That's pretty much like the first thing I ended up going for here was just villager shit, and worked out great. Because by the time I was ready to fight the Ender Dragon, I literally was invincible, and yeah, that's cool. Also, side note, I guess, while I'm getting ready to dig some stuff out, you know, new pre-release today for 1.19, it's pre-release 3, and they kind of sort of did one teensy tiny thing to the warden that makes things a lot fucking like sketchier for me when it is time to go out and find an ancient city and go fight the thing. Well, not fight the thing. I would have maybe considered fighting it like in the past for sport, but now I'm only fighting it if I absolutely have to. Like I fucked up royally and I cannot get out. But the sonic boom attack has been changed a little bit to where it is now a little bit nuttier. It completely ignores everything, so that includes protection now. So even though I'm in full protection 4 netherite armor, he will still do 7.5 hearts of damage to me. No matter what he shoots me with, he will still do 7.5, and that is a little mean. It is a little worrying. That's not very epic. To put it lightly, that is not epic. And I am in fact a little worried, so that won't be fun to try and deal with. So yeah, I would have maybe considered in the past like trying to beat the shit out of it, but now it's like I'm only ever gonna attempt it if like I absolutely like there's no way for me to escape, then we will actually try and like fight the thing to the death. Like either I die or he dies. And that's pretty much all it's gonna have to be. Is it is gonna get way too sketchy way too quickly. And I would like to not lose this world right now. I can lose it after I've built the sphere and after I've built the city in the sphere, which will take multiple years to do, but not quite right now. I still have stuff I'd like to try. But anyways, we've gone ahead and hit a chunk here. We just want to go ahead and dig out some more. Oh, huh, that's where that is in relation to all of this. Interesting. Cool. Okay, so a couple of things to note. My old tunnel is actually here, like really close by, so that's not very fun. More work I'll have to do to get around it. Okay, hang on. There it is. is just looking like tougher and tougher every day to like an unholy degree. So we really are just gonna try and avoid it for as long as possible. If I ever do run into it like by accident, by like pissing it off too much and all that with the shriekers, then we'll maybe like try and fight it if it's really got me back into a bad spot. Because the melee damage still is affected by protection, but the sonic boom is just immune to it. So I'd rather honestly take melee hits at that point because it does hit fast, but as long as I can do it correctly, we might actually be able to either get enough time to get out of there, or I'll have ender pearls too all the time, so we will actually be able to bail if needed. But I'd like to try and avoid that. We have no spare shulker boxes on hand. About to dig into another ravine. Damn it, every time with this place, but this underwater cave system has been just a pain in my whole time. But all we're doing here is just poking around for a slime chunk, and that's all we really can do, is just hope and just kind of fuck around until we find out. Realistically, I don't know if we're gonna hit one this close to my base. If I haven't already seen one this close, and it's kind of a slim chance, I would certainly hope I could find one, but might be a little bit too tough, so I don't want to use chunk base neither for my seed. Oh, you're finally sorting some stuff out. Good, because it's important to do, and I need to make sure I stay on top of that personally, because I have a bad habit of not doing it. And it's a little rough, not gonna lie. There we go. Could have our sponges put in place. Nice. Now they need at least 3 blocks of height to be able to spawn as well. So we do need to dig up just a slight little. And again, it's independent of light level as well, so we will be lighting all of it up. And we're just going to kind of hope for the best. So I don't know if it could happen in this one, but we'll try and get it to happen. I really hope I don't have to go like too far, or actually have to use chunk base just to find a damn. I probably won't have to, but I do want one that's like close enough to my base to kind of always be in range, Okay, one other thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to switch some stuff around, and we're going to mark out where the border is with actual like. If you're on the granite, you're on one side. If you're not on the granite, you're on another. So here we go. That's marked. And we're just going to just throw this out here. We'll go do other stuff, and then we'll go check back on it in a little bit. Let's see, we should have a shulker box with wood. Here, I guess it's down here. Where? Oh, it's actually in my inventory. Nope, we're good. Scaffolding can go away. We'll put the ladders in there too. And that's alright for right now. We'll go ahead and sleep here too. F3 and B. Wrong one. B. And we're on day 794, so another 6 days until day 800. So that's cool. F3B. Boy is still in the minecart. That's good to see. We'll go check on the gunpowder farm really quickly, I guess. And if we can get a hold of this slime chunk today, then, you know, and it can be out in the ocean too, I guess, if it's absolutely necessary, because we know the gunpowder farm is still loaded. It's that much load. We got plenty of gunpowder. But, yeah, hopefully it's not too far out, my main point. I really would like it to be a little bit closer. But, yeah, really, if we can just find a slime chunk, we should be okay to just, you know, not have to worry about it a lot. So all we need is that one little slime chunk, and then we should be fine to just build our slime farm. And then I'll have everything I really need to kind of help expand out and get more other farms, like more other, but you know what I mean. But the last couple of farms are going to be that sugarcane farm when I put in those flying machines. And then we can build the gold farm, the you know the bartering farm as well. And then outside of these four things, you know, slime, the sugar cane, and then the two gold things, I don't really have any other farms I plan on building for at least a long time. Because I don't need nothing else, you know. I didn't even need shulker shells that desperately, but I still did it anyways because it actually is nice. I don't have any other big farms that need to be built, and I can always like kind of take these down and move them somewhere else. But I have so much iron here, it would take a long time before I burn back through all of it, you know? Hell, we probably have like 4 double chests of just iron, and we probably got another like 2 shulkers of iron blocks, so... And then the shulker shells. Oh, I could actually get rid of the shulker shell farm entirely, and still, like, it would probably be okay. But I can't exactly do that, because I have to move that one to a better spot. Just so that way I can make backup shulkers and, you know... Or there, ooh, oh my, if I was, oh shit, I just thought of one other thing too I could try. Okay, so let's be real here. Let's be honest with ourselves. This is ugly, okay? Right? Shitty. It's fine, it's passable, it does give me my iron, gets me my shulker shells, you're redundant, but either way, ugly. It's my main point, okay? Um, but I really, and I mean I really do not want to have to move these damn things underground. You have any clue how much of a pain in the ass that's going to be? Now, it would be quicker to do that, yes, but could be potentially cooler and another huge fucking project that could be fun to, or not fun, but something interesting to work on is, and well, let's kind of just pop up a little bit to maybe get a little bit of a better view of it. So you see here in our back, we got our mountain, we got our beach, we've got like pretty much on every coastline, right? We have something going on. We've got our sandy beach going along this coastline. Something that I'm probably gonna do there, I don't fucking know. We got our house, you know, we got our castle with a whole village that's gonna be in the back. We have something on pretty much every coastline. What do we have here? Nothing. That's dumb. And one other thing I'd like to do is because over, and we'll actually take a look down at our other map to kind of further emphasize it, but this part here is uglier top down, and I just, you know, it's fine, it's gotten the job done, but I think there could be more, you know. And plus these still all fit on the map as well. That's another big thing. This is fine, I don't care about the iceboat road, but these all fit on the map, and they fit on the map quite a lot. So what if we did a little bit of gaming, and the island goes from being this big to this big? As in, we basically artificially fucking just expanded out here. We have it curve around the shulker shell farm enough as to not allow any spawning space. Mountains will be more or less hollow, like on the inside. Just, you know, they're just there for aesthetic. Certain ones might not be, but this one and this one for sure probably. Actually, no, all of them are gonna have to be. Same with this one, but realistically, I think I could try building some kind of like mountain range that goes like from here all the way down. It doesn't have to go all the way around or nothing, but it should end at about here and kind of ended about up here maybe or something like that. So we would have this go all the way around to about this, and then this would expand the island out a massive bit. We could have some like actual massive fucking custom mountains. And then if I wanted to as well, what we could do is the mountains don't actually have to be connected to the land here because we could actually kind of have like a more of a moat per se. But I think just having like you like I mean like gigantic like stone mountains surrounding the whole island, and then there's still like a nice bit of water. Then we had that could be pretty cool. But a couple of things to note there. That means there would be no village out in the ocean because half the ocean would be gone. That's fine. That's a loss I can take. The floating islands would have to get reworked a little bit, but it should definitely be doable. And to be honest, that would be a huge fucking ordeal to attempt something like that. I think I could do it, but we would basically would just be making an entire ring around this place and then building up like a 200 block tall mountain range to match it. So basically, like if you were just and we'll go to the wheat field for example, right? Like let's say you were here at the and we could actually kind of reconnect it up to this land piece as well if we went to like we would carve a tunnel through the mountain so we could still have like easy boat access to that other ocean. But we could reconnect the mountains and this part here and then have it go all the way around. But realistically, what should kind of happen, at least the way I kind of see it, is if I ever did actually do this, basically you shouldn't be able to really see past that mountain range, like into all this stuff. Like you should like all this should be completely like hidden by like these huge mountains that are gonna appear. They're gonna be really cool and like snow capped and all that. We might maybe have like a huge fucking like building go like all the way up to World Head or whatever, like make the castle that much bigger. But realistically, you won't really be able to see any of the actual like village peeking out from behind the mountains because they're gonna be that fucking tall. You see the beacon beam obviously, but won't be able to see the actual village. I think that could be cool, especially if I do the mountains correctly. It could look pretty nice, and then you also have like the wheat field here too. But I just want these covered up. We can get rid of that path at some point. I know that I have an elytra, I don't need a physical way up there. And then same with the fireworks. I've had the fireworks for a while, so we can get rid of that path. So that should help clean things up a little bit. But just building some kind of not a building, but an actual proper like landscape should help to kind of get rid of some of these issues, you know. Because these are definitely eyesores, so I think I would just be better off kind of changing things around a little bit to just make more land. That like we can connect the like this land up into the mountain range for example because it's close, but we don't have to do it on the beach side over there. Like we can have like an inland beach for lack of a better term. It is a thunderstorm. What the fuck did I just watch then? Is it already? Huh? Y'all saw the thunder though. Like this isn't debatable. We watched the thunder happen. What the fuck? That has to have been the saddest thunderstorm I think I've ever seen. There was one bolt of lightning and it's gone. That's not just no. That was just real. Okay, sure. Okay, I guess that was a thing. A single bolt of lightning struck this lightning rod by here, and then just that was it. But anyways, big mount and like a lot of them. I think it could be really cool. I actually do kind of want to try my hand again at building mountains, but at the same time, I don't really want to redo this one because I like it, but I just want it to be on a much bigger scale, and I just can't really afford to do that on this island. So basically, we could have just the ring of mountains kind of going around this way, and it can either stop to be like a like semicircle, ending at about here, or it can go all the way around and then bulge out farther into the ocean so that way it connects up to about here and then we still have like a nice inland beach here and all that. Either way, I don't know. And all of them can be hollow as well if I ever want to actually like build stuff inside of them. That could be another very cool project to do. But to do something on this scale would be fucking nuts because I think these are all like 128 like pixels or so. I don't believe these are 64 pixels, but at the same time I'm not sure. But either way, it'd still be a massive undertaking. Ooh, big cave opening alert. Let's go. Actually, can I actually update the wheat? We're gonna update the wheat. Hang on. Careful though with the funny cave openings is that you know that shit's like big now. Like too big. Now let me see something here. So got our world map. And what we're gonna do is we're going to fly out to go ahead and update it. Oh my god, you can literally see how fucking flat it gets as we're going along. And it does it doesn't show up as yellow on the map. Boo, it only shows up as green. Oh, because it'll just save the swamp grass color, I guess, but at least you can see it. But man, that is a shame. That is quite a shame. Oh well. At least you can definitely see though there is a difference compared to how it used to be. I mean, like all of that is the wheat field. That's like almost that's a little bit more than half the size of my island right now. If I had to guess, like it's that huge. But oh, I wonder which. Oh, this is like a savanna biome. But yeah, I think because hell, even these parts even show up on the map and everything, right? Like the here's the gunpowder farm, here's the manual shulker farm, here's the automatic one. This one's made out of glass, so it doesn't show up. That's where the iron farm is. But my point being, if I can clear away some land, kind of about here, we can leave most of the wheat farm the way it is. But if I can clear away some land, realistically, I should be able to make a nice, huge ring of and then have this island be like isolated in the center. That could look really fucking wicked. We'd have to really see if that could work or not, but I think it is doable, and it could be really cool. It would be very big, like on a level I really haven't had to do before, but it should be possible. Well, it is possible, not should be. It definitely is, but do I ever want to dedicate that much time to it? I don't know. How much stone do we have? Oh no, we really don't have a lot. Oh shit. Well, we'll go ahead and just map out a basic outline, I guess, and just kind of see how that goes from there. Just in terms of like sheer scale, how much needs to actually happen for this to. Let's just go ahead and steal some of it. And where should this happen? We could have this be like an inland beach too, but I think from maybe it doesn't need to be crazy tall, but at the same time, I want it to definitely have some height to it, you know? Fine, whatever. Here's probably a fine enough distance. All we're gonna do here for right now is we'll just, I guess, wrap this the whole way around, like in a nice shape. That should clear it. Okay. This is why I don't want to build shit either until 1.19 because I want Swift Sneak so I can actually like speed this up a nice bit, you know? How nice it would be. But either way, go ahead and kind of do some of this. And actually do too is this doesn't need to be like perfectly circular. We can bulge out in certain parts. Yeah, this ain't gonna be a small feat, but I think this could be really fucking cool when it's done. So we will actually like genuinely try this, but I don't want to abandon this project. Like the other ones aren't even abandoned or nothing. I'm just taking like a break from them until 1.19 because again, Swift Sneak, and then we'll kind of take a little break by like going to explore an ancient city. That'll be a nice change of pace, and then we can actually get back to finishing up these houses and get to work on this sphere each. That startled me. I wasn't expecting nothing. Hang on a minute. Go. Oh yeah, what's up? Yeah, it should be a good distance. Yeah, what do you need my opinion on, by the way? Oh, there we go. Is it like is it a single player hardcore? Is it like in an SMP? Because if it's single player and you want to like revive, then like no. It's okay. So it's single player. Personally, if I was in that spot, I would be like, damn, that sucks. But I would just honestly go start again. Because that does kind of defeat the point of hardcore if like you do get like a completely new second chance again. You know what I mean? Like second chance with a totem is one thing, is it's a totem, but to just straight up like actually officially die and then like start it over again, just it kind of defeats the point for in my eyes. Because like, well, oh, it's 2 weeks. I've been in this for like almost 2 months now. Almost, it'll be three here soon enough. But at the end of the day, I know 2 weeks does suck, and that is still like a nice like bit of time, but it does defeat the spirit of hardcore, at least in my eyes, to just kind of restart after you've like died, or not restart, but to like revive yourself. So I mean, it's up to you completely. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do it, but it's your world. Like you're literally allowed to do whatever you want. You're playing single player Minecraft. Like you can do whatever with no repercussions. You know what I mean? But it's the same. Like it's the same kind of principle in my eyes of like me for example, like needing a bunch of slime. Yeah, I need a bunch of slime, but getting the challenge of like getting the slime chunk and starting a slime farm is kind of the point. If I really wanted slime, I could just like magically pop over in a creative and just make it not hardcore to go get slime. But that's it just makes it too easy if you were to do something like that. Like if you're playing survival and you just spawn something in creative, then it's like, well, what's gonna stop you from stopping there? Like what if you die again like a third time and then you're like, well, I already did it before, then I'll just revive myself again that time. So I mean, you could still play on the world, just probably I wouldn't even play on it on hardcore at that point, because just switch it back over to like a normal world or whatever. But again, it's up to you completely. It is your world. That's just my opinion. I probably wouldn't do it, even if I did lose this one with all the bullshit I've had to do. But I probably wouldn't even do it. I have been forgetting to put down some light. Hang on. Go ahead and run this around. Now the thing with this like line that we're working on too, this is gonna be more of a midpoint for the thing. So these should go straight up to the peaks more or less, and then we kind of bulge the mountain around it, just to kind of see. This doesn't have to be an exact average, but it's a good kind of rough indicator of what the it'll go like 10 blocks out this way, 10 another way, just for the mountain base, and then I have lava that I can use to make some stone platforms after this, so we'll have to look into that. Because I can just lava cast a nice chunk of my ocean here, actually, to more shape in place instead of having to put it all down by hand. Especially with all the excess that I own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty, we are getting close. But alright, starting new. That's fair. Always keep the world around in case you ever do actually like want to revive it, but I think starting new is the right call in my opinion. You get another chance to do stuff. You get a new seed. You get a better chance to do things better than what you did last time and all that. Especially with the villager stuff too. Like getting that thing done like quickly is really gonna help you out a lot. You don't need to get it done like crazy fast, but it definitely does help to have that stuff done like fairly, at least in my experience. Because I had all this armor ready. Other than the netherite parts of it, I did have. This is the same armor I've been using for the whole like series, even back when it was diamond. I got this fully enchanted probably in about part 9, about, oh, what's it been, 2 months ago or so by now. Ooh, swamp spawn. Hey, at least know where one is in case you ever want to build like like you need slime balls, you want to go start a witch farm. Could be worse. Could spawn in a mesa or a desert or both of them like I did. So there definitely are shittier spawns, but hey, you got wood, you got water, you know where a swamp is. That's always good info to have. But sometimes they're not so forgiving on how hard they are to find. We'll go ahead and just tighten this up. Here we go. I think what we do is we kind of curve this to bulge out and then bring it back into the so yeah. But yeah, if I were you, next time, make sure to not, MLG water bucket or take any like too crazy jumps until you have either totems or armor to back you up, or like enchanted armor, because that will do you. I've definitely done my fair share of stupid things in this world, but because I had the armor to back me up, I had totems, I had instant health 2 potions on me, it didn't really matter what I did, because even if I did fuck up horribly, I still have so many damn protections in place that, realistically, I'm not gonna die to anything stupid that I do. Unless it was like, I have 3 wardens in my house and I'm drowning in lava in real time. Like, I'd have to really the squid. I'd have to really fuck up badly for it to be a big problem anymore. But yeah, set up villager stuff first, and then, not straight away. Like, you can have like a little temporary base or whatever, but usually that does make life a little bit easier to get villager stuff in for the armor and then for the tools and enchantment. Definitely is boring, but once you get that going, you get a blaze farm XP spawner going. If you want to do enchanting with an enchantment table, that's when shit really kicks off. Like, I didn't take this world really that seriously until I got my blaze spawner put into place, because once that was in place, you got infinite XP combined with the trading hall I was getting ready to work on for mending. That means all my shit's repaired. I have as many levels as I ever could want to do enchantment, enchanting myself, and it's, once you reach that kind of stage, in my eyes, the game's just kind of over. Not over, but significantly easier, and dying becomes less of a thing to really like actively worry about. All I have to do is passively worry about it. Like, I don't have to like set up crazy defenses or whatever. I can just kind of take it easy, have like a slow life, and then go do other stuff. Do I want to start turning this here? Probably. I'll go ahead and start turning this in. But yep, this is going to be one hell of a mountain range. I'm looking forward to it when it'll be done. I think it'll be really cool. Here we go. I'm running out of torches again. That's cool. Got some of these sticks. I need to start turning here. Oh shit. 2, 2, 3. I need to start turning here as I literally fucking don't. Okay. Ah, fuck. What do I want to do here? Do I cut it down or do I cut all this land down? Oh, there's a nice coastline I could make. I could do it. Okay, yeah, you know what? What we're gonna do real quick is we're going to head to a different area and we're gonna kind of connect back up to this part a little later. I'm a little indecisive on what I want to do for the moment. I think we'll go ahead and fly to the top of the mountain real quick and just kind of take a look at the shape, the rough shape that this is gonna be. But yeah, you can see how massive of a damn coastline this. Oh, come on. I landed that. Whatever. Good enough. Holy shit. This thing is going to be. Oh my lord. Good god. I'm going to have to cut into the swamp quite a bit. Holy shit. Dude. Oh man, that is going to be quite big. That needs to be less flat. Okay, hang on. Couple of things. This can be less flat here. Here we go. Okay, that should be a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. But yeah, this is a huge fucking thing to try. Where did I leave it? Here it is. Alright, we need more stone. I actually had a stone in there, funny enough. We definitely have enough to finish the outline of it, but I'll have to, I don't think I'll be able to do much more than that. So this line here needs to go pretty far outside the shulker farm, the iron farm, the actual fully automatic one. Like these should not really intersect at all, just because I need to be a little cautious about how close I bring these. So first of all, we're gonna go ahead and dismantle the walkway. It's about time this thing goes, and if it stays, it's gonna completely fuck up everything. So I would like to avoid having that working out there. goes there. And we go ahead and start cutting everything down. We'll pick up everything out of the interesting. Cool. Alright, it's all gone. Oh, my minecart is still running good. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. So, oh yeah, this is going to be one massive mountain range. Oh boy, what have I got myself into? Oh, anyway, it's time to keep building. Let's see here. We got our stone in here. We can take that off. And we go ahead and pick up a lot of this. And we're good to keep building, so. Dude, we actually are gonna have to. This whole thing has to go now. Damn it. This one's gonna be a long piece of shit. The mention I'm supposed to look for a slime chunk today, and I kinda did, but then I've actually gone and forgotten about it, so we're gonna unforget about it after I go through the stone. Go check and see if we actually have any. I don't know if we do. I don't think we really will, because I only dug out 2 of them, and I know one of them's definitely a. Go. Alright, we're back up to there. One thing we might have to do, unfortunately, is we might have to trim away a little bit of the wheat farm at this tip. That way we can reconnect with the swamp biome properly over there. So it will have to get a little shorter at some point. Might not have to, but odds are it's gonna have to. A little bit of a shame, but not the end of the world. Well, let's go ahead and fly up a little bit and we'll go check and see if there were any slimes in those 2 chunks I dug out. I think this part needs to be redone completely because the curve is great, but it's what happens here that is not so great. This part is fine. That bend's a little bit too sharp, needs to be a little bit smoother. I think this part here is probably okay, considering how sloped it has to be. That part's pretty solid, and then that's still in progress, but realistically, it's pretty good. We have a couple of niche things that need to be fixed, but it's nothing too major. So give me a second here. I need to do something real quick, and then we can go check on the slimes, or lack of slimes rather. And I don't know, it should be good. So not too much left to do, at least for today. It's actually been 2.5 hours, funny enough. Cool. Maybe these mountains are just the thing I needed to kind of add a lot more to my base without actually having to add a lot more to my base. You know what I mean? Like it's more like thematic and like setting shit up instead of just having to be buildings everywhere. Like it can be buildings on like this dense island, and we might have a couple like sprinkled out on the mountain range, but not so sure. And we will be using lava casting hopefully to get the majority of it. Now let's see. Do we have slime? No. The answer is definitively we fucking do not. Shit. Ah, no. Oh, like I said, I have religiously stuck to the chunk base rule in terms of just not using it, but this is almost certainly gonna piss me off, so we might have to reconsider if we're not careful here. Oh, fuck me. Oh no, that's not cool. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to reconsider. I might have to just... Oh, I don't wanna though. I really don't want to. We'll dig around a little bit more. We'll probably do it like the next stream or whatever. We'll just dig a massive fucking bit. Because even if there is no slime chunks on that bit that I dig, we're all probably digging into like 4x4 chunks, so like 16 separate chunks. We'll dig into those. If there end up being no like slimes in those, that's still okay, because I plan on using like that hollowed out space anyways for like other shit. Oh yeah, wandering trader, I guess. Probably above ground. I wish there was a way to see it in the F3 menu instead of having to just use a third-party program or just guess and hope. Where is he? Here's the bastard. Here's the bastard. What do you got? You suck. You are very uncool, and you can go to hell. And he's dead. We didn't know that. Finally. Let's see here. We can go ahead and switch the old electron. And we'll just get back to building this. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Oh, you know, we still want to keep curving it. Hold on. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to cut off a little bit of the wheat farm. Oh, wow. Oh, actually, no, hang on. I gotta. Oh, it'd be fucking weird, but maybe we don't. Maybe what we can do instead is the okay, how do I explain this? So the mountain range, right? We've gotten the main, I mean like main outline of it done. It is very basic, very bare bones, but it is there. We do have an idea there. We have a couple of things that need refining, just a couple of curves or whatever. But overall, the shape is there. It's intact. It's all lit up. It looks very pretty. That's fucking goofy. Whatever. I'll fix it out. But for the most part, the shape is solid. Okay. The only weird thing, if I can land, the only weird thing is where you can see where we've got this needs to go like pretty flat, and then this will kind of gate up to meet with it. But I think this could still work. But I don't want to. We can cut down the trees. That's fine. It's more the land specifically. I don't think I should try and alter too much of the land itself. So what we might try and do instead is we'll bridge these two endpoints together, um, in order to like we'll literally just build up and over the landscape. Like we'll just continue it instead of it all being flat. So we won't flatten anything out over in this area. We'll just kind of build over it. Like we'll go up probably like 15 blocks and then just connect the dots basically. And then that basically means that when it's time to do stuff, we'll just kind of like pad it out like usual. We'll do all this section of the mountain first, and then we'll do these two, like we'll do this strip last, so that way we can like make it match up better. And then what we can do is we can have it, go over everything except here on the wheat field. We can actually have like a small opening that like actually connects into this part here or something with like a proper like bridge to match it. So it would go through a mountain, and then there would be like a cobblestone bridge that go like arches all the way over, so that way we can still have boats go through, and then we would still have like a couple of exit caves like here or there, so I can still bring in like shit. But there would be a bridge connecting that point to about that point. That would be pretty fair. Or it could be to this dock or something like that. Like, there is stuff we can do is my main point. And well, that can kind of that might have to wait because we'll have to outline these farms in a way, so that way we know like what we can mess with, what we can't. Because main priority, we can't have anything interfere with either of these like at all. So it needs to be pretty damn tall, and I also need to be able to cover them up so I can't see nothing. We can always just like button the inside and all that of them as well, mainly for the shulker farm, where we'll build the mountain, but we'll just like spam buttons everywhere, assuming they don't all escape. But this thing should, match in height to at least like this mountain, if not like 30 blocks taller at least. But it's a hell of a lot to do. So I kind of want to. We're gonna take down the maps in our base really quick, just so I can update them. We will connect this part up honestly like at a later time. I don't want to do it right now. To be honest, I'm actually kind of burnt out. I've been at this for 2 hours 45 minutes, and we built a whole moss farm today. I've certainly done more than enough. Yeah, we're gonna need all of these. Going towards the gunpowder farm. Holy shit, this one's so big it doesn't even show up on the damn map. That's how fucking massive it's gonna be. We won't actually be able to see all of the mountain range correctly. Same with over here as well. So nothing's actually changed on these parts, but it actually no, it's changed a little bit, but still. Alrighty, that should be everything. So all this does right here is this just kind of gives us our like rough shape that we're gonna be working with. Right. So that'd be cool. Bottom. Yeah. You can see how it's literally cuts off before we even make it to the wheat field, but this is just going to be the like kind of midpoint. So we'll put like lava pretty much on every block and let it spill out into the ocean completely. And then we'll just kind of like branch out from there in terms of stone. But we probably want to make this about like 20 blocks like wide or so, coming out from like any given point. You should be able to walk like 10 to 15 blocks just so it's fat enough for the base. And then we can kind of you can try and map out the peak points as well, and then just connect the dots from like the base up to the peak. So that should be cool if we can do that. You might actually even have to expand the map out just a little bit more. Like we have another two maps here, and then we would have like another three up top as well, just because. Oh, I might have to do that soon. In fact, that's actually what we're gonna kind of adjust for, I guess. We'll go ahead and just kind of move these down. We can do something in this part too later, because this is actually all pretty like well off. But another 5 item frames. Let's go ahead and grab those, and I'll probably go actually do some mapping today. Here it should be in here. Our leather. Yep, we got enough. Inside one of these I don't actually have enough of them, but there we go. And we need 5 more maps. Locator maps to be exact. So we're gonna need some compasses. We need some redstone to actually make the damn compasses. And then we need paper. And the sugar cane. Got some redstone in here. We just need to make another 3. Cool. Paper. There we go. We can go ahead and toss this away. Okay, and one more thing, we're gonna need to take some of these. We need to borrow these for a little bit here. It is daytime, that's cool. Alright, and we're going over to gunpowder farm. And once we get into this section of alrighty, what do we have? It's pretty much all ocean, but that is kind of to be expected, so. Where is it? There we go. Alrighty. We also need to go pick up more firework rockets, so we're gonna head back for a little bit. Just kind of put these back down, see what we're looking at. And it should help to kind of guess the shape a little bit better. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's quite the. We could maybe have the floating village just on the outskirts of the mountain range. I don't know. Figure it out. But yeah, we need 3 more. Go ahead and just borrow this one right now. Oh yeah, so you can literally see all the weed. It only shows up as green on the map. That's a damn shame. Big tragedy. There we go. Oh, that's our whole like area properly mapped out and all that for the mountain range to accommodate for that. We've gone from a 2x2 to a 3x3. And it's about time too. We actually did that anyways, considering how much of the how much area we've lit up too. You know, it's time to actually expand out with it to be able to see what we're doing. There we go. So this is the actual true size of what we're working with here. Here's our wheat field. Here's some natural terrain. We could clear out all these trees, honestly, and have it be like a cooler waterway if we really. Because then we could have like a huge like opening here or whatever. But this is more or less what we're working with. So I'm thinking what we try and do is it seems like we have lily pads again, but what we try and do is we kind of curve up and then probably to about where this main river happens here with this tree. We probably start trying to tone it back down over enough time. So we go to this tree, that's pretty much our peak. We start to tone it back down. And we kind of just get ready to slope into this part here where our wheat farm is. So we would have like an arch onto here up until this fence later on, but then we kind of keep it like this same kind of pace. And then we pretty much curve it up. And then as we start getting into the spruce, we kind of settle it back down. And then we can kind of meet up to here. So we'll figure it out a little bit more as time goes on. Good candidate to build the floating village if I still ever wanted to do that, or floating islands, whatever. We have some space there is my main point. Um, and then we can kind of, once we start covering stuff up, we won't have to worry about how the look. It's really just the outline is what we're worried about, what we care about right now. So, and again, we do have some. Well, they're not even that rough to be honest. It don't really matter that they're like a little sketchy. Definitely does suck to look at for right now, but it could be a lot worse. So we'll leave these kind of like weird bends intact, and then we'll fix it along as we go along. Overall, we're gonna have to kind of expand it out next time to actually like connect it up fully, and then we make the base like a big like just wider in general, so that way we can see more of what's going on. We might add another 3 maps over here. Oh, we can get more of the wheat field, but otherwise, this should be honestly okay to work with just for our outline. But mainly, the big thing is going to be we might have to mine a metric fuck ton of stone in order to get this done. Like an unholy amount. Like we have enough. We have a lot already, but this will barely even scratch the surface in terms of just making it bigger. The most it'll probably let us do is like skeleton work on it to kind of like better map out what's going where, but I really do not see this being enough stone to even touch the damn thing. So that's cool. That's how big we're doing. That'll be fun. And yeah, that's honestly gonna have to do it for me for today. I've been at this for a little bit too long right now, but point to take away here, we're building a mountain range for the funny, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We're also going to try and keep an eye out for those slime chunks next time. But otherwise, we're pretty much just building a huge ass like mountain range going all the way around the center island, and it's gonna have like its own like inland beaches. That's how big this damn thing is gonna be. But this will represent the midpoint. We will have to do some stuff because these need to be completely like covered up. So that needs to be covered up with stone. That needs to be covered up with stone. That needs to be covered up with like we need stone kind of covering a lot. So we can probably expand some of the land here to like naturally fit into like what's gonna have to happen. But other than these parts being covered up, pretty much everything else is gonna be like a hollow space inside of this mountain. So we can have like a whole like mountain like city inside of like an actual mountain, and like with a cave to match it, or like we have a lot of different things this could open up. So we'll have to kind of get my shit together and figure out what to do. But yeah, that is gonna do it for me today. So we'll go ahead and sleep here. See what day we're on. We're on like day 790 something. Yeah, we're on 798, so just too shy. But yes, buy primes or followers. That's cool. Except for the part where it's not, 'cause that's literally just dumb and stupid. So, but anyways, regardless of that, we're gonna go ahead and call it here for today. So thank you guys again for watching, and hopefully next time we find that slime chunk and we get that mountain range built. That's gonna do it for me. So yeah, bye bye.